Hi folks, communication structure versus decision structure. This is important when we think about holacracy and we think about the structure of the organization. When you look at it in GlassFrog, what is this a structure of? What does this represent? Well, I say it represents a decision structure. This here is a decision structure. It is not a communication structure. I'll just put that. Not structure. Meaning this does not show you who is allowed to talk to whom, right? You can talk to whomever you need to and share information with whomever you need to. And why is this an important thing to even say? Well, it's an important thing to say, I have found, is because when you think about kind of the way conventional organizations are kind of set up, or maybe I should kind of draw it, this way, kind of the conventional management hierarchy with people located at different positions, CEO, president, vice presidents, managers, supervisors, frontline employees, etc. This kind of structure, as it's represented, tends to be an overall representation of kind of an authority structure, but also a communication structure. These people are mostly talking to themselves. These people are mostly talking to themselves here at this line, right? If this person here has a really bright idea, right? Do they go directly to the CEO to pitch it? No, not usually, right? Because there are some expectations around who's kind of allowed to talk to whom and the information flow, right? Like this person talks to this person and these people talk down. Occasionally, the CEO might talk directly, but it's still typically kind of one-sided, except for rare occasions. So in the kind of the conventional representation, the org chart contains information about who makes what decisions, but also contains information about who speaks to whom, right? And how information is supposed to flow. In a way, you could say the challenge with this different kind of structure that Holacracy represents is that it is explicitly just focused on kind of who decides what, and it is not a communications structure. So super short video today. I just want to emphasize that you talk to whoever you need to talk to. Ask questions of whoever you need to ask questions of. If you have a role that deals with information sharing for the organization, I hope you have encountered this already, that these boundaries, as it relates to the sharing of information, do they matter? It's possible that they could matter, like what might be relevant for whom, but you'll just kind of notice in whatever kind of communication systems that you use that those communication systems are most often, if not exclusively, always set up according to the person, right? Emails and Slack messages, you have individual accounts for each user, each person. And so the communication channels tend to follow that. With something like Slack, you can kind of do both. You can have specific channels related to roles or circles. But regardless of how it makes sense for you all to set it up, I just want to emphasize, because it can be a very understandable confusion, that the way it's represented here in the kind of the Holacracy system is in some way supposed to mean, you're not supposed to pitch ideas, or you're only supposed to process requests from certain people and certain other circles. That's not true. Do whatever you think makes sense to you in terms of the information and the communications. That's it. I hope that helps. Bye.